rain is here. Here he is. He wears shorts. We call. He has hair. Not a hairpiece. He's a star. We call. And he's got lots of women. Winker. Okay, Wayne Carr, WC on the radio, and we're talking 94.9 Knobshine FM, and we're checking out some of the newsarama of the year. In June, it was a tragedy time. The tragic death of Peggy Ashcroft left the Liberal Democrats looking for a new leader there. No idea whether they actually found one. Good to see South Africa being accepted halfway through the year after the abolition of apartheid. I always thought that apartheid was actually a very bad idea anyway. It made it extremely difficult to buy apples in this country without getting shouted at by somebody. A bit of Pav rock and roll in Hyde Park last summer. Old Pav, just like a sort of Barry White, I guess, of the opera world. Just a lover snatch of operama myself, not like some of my thicker colleagues who just like pop music. How embarrassing, rather pathetic. I was there, of course, remember it well. Beautiful, warm evening, setting sun, lovely summer breeze, stuff unforgettable. A bit of a perma swim there in the autumn for Bob Maxwell, who was a publisher, doesn't say what brewery he worked for, and this month, Hostage Terry Anderson was released. Great news, that. My favourite hostage there. Can't wait to see the new Thunderbirds movie that he comes up with. And a bit of trouble started up in the late in the year by Le Pen's meeting with leading Conservatives. He's been a troublemaker, if you ask me, ever since he split with Madonna. And nice to see in last week's papers pictures of Esther Ranson celebrating her winning her court case. My favourite pic of her was with her arms wide apart and her mouth wide open. I like it so much, I'm having it made into a doll. And we're checking out some of the celebrity source. David Icke has announced that he was mad, but now he's better, which is good news. I hope there's going to be a reunion soon with Tina and the Ikettes. Weird story about the death of Elton John's father. Elton's feud goes to grave, said the headline. Nice thought, Elton, but I reckon that dead men don't have much of an appetite. And actually, talking of last night, once again, a bit of a Christmas party, a lot of dangerous cocktails, and a lot of chicks chucking up afterwards, I have today. A lot of people say they don't like to see a tasty bint boking, but I disagree. At least it gets their mouths open so you can slip the tongue in. Okay, and a couple of movies for the year. Great year for movies. The Doors, great acting from Val Dermer as Morrissey. Just love those songs too. If I found out that you were a liar, I'd come and set your house on fire. Lovely that. Pop on through to the other side. And the weirdest flick must be Prospero's Books, okay, which I went to see. It's about nothing at all, actually. Just this old bloke who keeps dressing up like a big Jesse and talking rubbish. But no problems there, since there isn't a scene in which you don't get some chick flashing a top bollocks. And Wadey's one to watch, Silence of the Lambs, with Anthony Hopkins doing his scariest role since Psycho, and Jodie Foster. Well, I wouldn't mind a rummage in that particular quarter, I have to say. They say she's a Dick Van lesbian, but I reckon I could cure her. Okay? Okay, and it's time for a chinny wag. Yeah, chinny wag. Yeah, chinny wag. Okay, and everybody in the chinny wag chapter, let's talk about energy saving. Okay, energy saving measures. Yeah, energy saving measures. Okay, and the government say it's up to us to save energy on a personal level, or we'll get lots of greenhouse stuff. So what do you think, gang? Energy-saving measures. What do you say, prattling boy?
Yeah, well, I think it's definitely a good idea.
Yeah.
And you should save on a personal level.
Personal
level? You save money on a personal level.
Yeah.
Money on a personal level.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah. Okay, and what about you, Romford? What do you got to say?
Yeah, well, I've got a question, see, because what they say is turn your thermostat down, don't they?
Turn your thermostat down,
my problem is that mine never offered. Hey?
Never offered! Never offered!
No, but seriously, it's balance, isn't it? I mean, you use energy to keep warm, and that makes the greenhouse effect, which warms you up anyway, so you don't need so much energy. So it all works out, doesn't it?
It all works out.
Yeah.
Just brilliant. It all works out. Just brilliant. Yeah. Okay. And what do you think, Tits?
Yeah, well, what I want to know that is, what happens when the Polish ice hat melts?
Polish ice hat.
What's going to happen then? All the dinosaurs waking up? We don't know.
Dinosaurs, just terrible, bad newsosaurus. We don't know. Okay, good point. We don't know. And do you know what my problem is with global warming? You couldn't get cold water out of the tap. Just think about it. You couldn't get
cold water out of the tap. Yeah. Okay. You couldn't get cold water out of the tap.